Hello fellow Total Warriors, I am Zardar and welcome to another online battle from Rome 2. So in this one I'm playing as the Spartans. My ally over here is playing as Epirus. It's a 2v2 in case you didn't notice, and my opponents play as the Seleucids and Macedon as well. Quite a Greek civil war, as you can see. Anyway, so I chose to go with a really just standard army of hoplites in the front line, a few heroes of Sparta on its flank. I think I got two pikeman units. Where the hell are they? Okay, there he is, and just the Royal Spartans here in the back, and I think that's pretty much all as in terms of the front line. Okay, let me just count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Spartan hoplites, 2 heroes of Sparta on its flank, and 1 Royal Spartan. I also got 2 skirmisher cav. I thought to go for Tarentine, but I just went with it. It's not a big deal. And I think I got 1 citizen cavalry somewhere over here. Yeah, there it is. Where is it? Okay, there's the icon. My ally, as you can see over here, chose to go with a really mixed army. He's got some hoplites in the front lines, some mercenary Etruscan hoplites, which are quite excellent, I might say. They're really cost effective, and some more standard hoplites. And on the back line, he's got some Illyrian levies, 5 or 6 slingers with just 1 archer unit. He's got mercenary Indian war elephants over here. And I think he's got mercenary Samnite warriors, which do not look like much, but they're actually quite excellent in combat, even though when you go up close their armor is not that great. Okay, it is great for some of the units, the rest well, not that great. So you can see we're mobilizing already, because my ally, it wasn't me, because I don't like to go for high grounds and stuff like that. It just feels cheesy to me. But he told me, let's go up on the hill, and if he's gonna go, I have to follow him. Like, I can't leave a massive gap between us, because these guys will just take me out. Let's go over. He's got I think 3 Tarentine units of cavalry, and his general stands on a Hellenic Royal Guard. I'm gonna hit normal speed right now. As you can see, my enemy over here, okay, I need to tell you something. When I played this, it was a little bit laggy. That's the reason my cavalry got caught here, because I was giving the order and they would just not go back. He's coming forth with 2 of his cavalry, and he's trying to pick my skirmisher over here, which I immediately pull back. And over on this side I also pull back, but I also give the orders to my Gorgos skirmishers to just annihilate this citizen cav, which is gonna happen anytime soon. Yep, as you can see here, it's getting picked apart pretty hard. So, oh yeah, and I forgot to say, I brought Gorgos skirmisher, some female power on the field, like right? Yeah, they're quite decent. They do quite well. I just chose them just to do something different. Over here, my Seleucid enemies are coming forth. I'm trying to pick up some of their archers, but he's just gonna try to pull back. Quite a wise choice. Over here I see that he still wants to play with his cavalry, so I'm just gonna send my skirmishers for bait. If he wants to come and play, that's fine by me. I have brought my cavalry. I haven't. Where's my other cavalry? Okay, yeah, this is the time. I'm bringing my my citizen cav from over here, because I really wanna just overcome this barrier over here of these 2 citizen cavalry. So this battle is gonna go really slow, guys. So as you can see here, it's 15 minutes long, and well, it's not. It wasn't necessary, but we just did it this way. We did everything by the book. We waited for all of our skirmishers to run out of ammunition. We played the skirmisher game, like the first 10 minutes is all about skirmishing, and in the end we just fully engaged. So I see that he's gonna be playing with his cavalry. I don't wanna be doing that anymore, so I'm just gonna send my Spartan hoplites in the front to present the front. I tried to get some shots into his slingers with my archers. Oh, I got 2 hellod archers, by the way, and because they get lesser range, that's why they try to move in. He's getting caught over here with citizen cav, and back here, yeah, he's getting picked apart. 1 of his 2 units. My ally is also helping over here, and the only thing that remains now is the citizen cav, which I'm really targeting hard as he tries to escape, because I know if I get the cavalry advantage and then I'm gonna move against the missile advantage, it's gonna be great for me. So as I said, Soon I'm gonna start the skirmishing game. My ally is doing pretty much the same. We're gonna let me remind you that my enemies, I didn't show you my enemies composition, did I? Anyway, so he's got the Seleucid guy got a mix of thorax, swordsman and pikemen in the front. Mostly swordsman I can see over here. Where's the pikeman? Oh, he's keeping his pikemen. Oh, that's Therio spears. Where's his pikeman? I thought he... Okay, there they are. So the secondary layer is pikemen, which is pretty much standard. That's how you go with pikemen. You never put them in the front lines, at least in Rome 2. Alexander might have a different idea. You're always gonna go like this. Just put a chip infantry in the front. Well, he didn't go for that chip in this case. And just get the pikemen behind, so they have some support if in case something goes wrong. Because pikes always end up to getting mixed in really weird situations and just getting nuked really hard. They just can't turn, they can't do anything, so it really sucks. So the best way to go with pikes is just get a front line of chip troops and just put the pikes behind, and always have it that way. Don't start chasing different targets and breaking that formation. My opponent over here is a little bit different. He's got 3 thorax pikemen in the front, 2 hoplites on its flank, and on the back he's got royal peltas, which are quite excellent, and some more Therio spears. His cavalry is pretty much beaten, and he's got some javelins along with some slingers. Also the ally of my opponent over here has archers instead of slingers, as you can see, a lot of them. Standard Greek ones? Yeah, standard Greek ones. So let me continue now. Over here we kinda want the high ground, as you can see, and we're shooting right. I'm using all of my firepower to shoot into his slingers. I let my Spartan hoplites here to take the hit, because they get their shields lifted, like they won't be damaged that much. And I definitely don't need to go into hoplite wall, as it doesn't offer any bonus against missiles, so I'm just leaving them there. Yes, I'm getting a few dead people, like over here, 2 out of 120, but it's not a big deal. And actually it kinda suits me. As long as he's shooting into my guys, it's not a big deal. Over here my archers take the hit, because they usually tend to do that. I think I should have brought just one more Gorgon skirmisher instead of these 2 archers. It would have played out differently and better. So the problem here are these slingers over here. I was trying to shoot them in the beginning, but as you can see, they're inside the some bushes, some trees around, and they're really not getting hit hard. As you can see, 86 remaining out of 90, and I was shooting him since the beginning the skirmishing started, and that's why I just I will let him be over there. I'm just gonna switch my ammunition, my shots into his pikemen anytime soon. I think as soon as these slingers go out, I'm gonna change that. Over here I managed to get to bait his cavalry, his only cavalry out. It was just 10 men, it wasn't a big deal. I tried to go after his javelin men, then I saw they are javelin men and not slingers, so I pulled out. He probably forgot to cancel the order, so he overchased me, and I got rid of his last remaining cavalry. And now I'm gonna pull back. This is how you wanna play your battles in Rome 2. Just because you have the cavalry advantage doesn't mean you need to go in like going to hammer and anvil right now. Just send my hoplites and then come in the back with the cavalry, because these guys, they might be fighting in the front lines and they have their backs turned towards the wrong place, but they're still freaking fighting to the death. Even if you charge them in the back without the general being killed or their fatigue at fresh, you're not doing anything. So you really wanna wait first, just finish if possible all of your missile ammunition, go like this, target the cavalry, kill it off, then target the enemy missiles, take that advantage for you, and then work down on the squishy targets, which in this case will be the thorax pikemen over here. As you can see, I've already started shooting them. I got my slingers up there in order to shoot the javelin men, but I don't care about javelin men because they get limited ammunition. That's why I'm gonna change my target, my focus fire, to this thorax pikemen, which you can see they're not having an easy time, are they? Alright, what's going on my ally? He's doing pretty much the same thing. He ran out of archers to shoot, so he's now targeting the pikemen, which is a wise choice. He's just running around with his cavalry as pretty much as I do, just for to stress out our opponents, no other reason. As I said, you don't need to go in just in case you get the cavalry advantage. You're still gonna get destroyed, because hoplites are no joke. especially hoplites like even the standard ones. The standard ones can fight off quite spectacular, but if it was in my case, the Spartan hoplites, I think they're a little bit better, if I'm correct. And yeah, so this is how the battle goes. This is us just skirmishing the set out of each other, and as you can see, how many kills, how many losses have I been inflicted? 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3. That makes it 12, right? 12 men lost from all this trade-off. Well, I have lost the archers, but that's not a big deal. The archers are quite cheap, and I had my Gorgo skirmishers just tearing down that guy. So this is a pain in the ass. These slingers are still inside the bushes, inside those underneath these trees, and they're not getting shot hard. So I'm just trying to shoot the pikeman in the back until he just decides to move these guys. Over here I see that he sends a few pikemen in the front, which can just harm my guys a little bit. So I'm just getting my skirmishers up over here, because they can get some better shots in from this angle. As you can see, they're still behind my main line, but it's sideways. So let's see, are they gonna shoot? Come on, boys, I need your javelins to drop in here. Okay, they're picking another target, because I probably haven't given them the order yet, but this is how I get rid of them quite easily. Alright, I guess we can't see how much ammunition we've got, because depending on the ammunition, that's when the battle is gonna be happening. Oh, I think it's time. It's about time. So my opponent on the left side is charging up hills. My ally, which is gonna be holding his place for the moment. Oh, he just got them right up onto his face, probably to get the... I told you. Yeah, he probably forgot about the pikes, or he wanted to maxify his effect by just dropping the pikes within them and just starting doing some real damage. I haven't moved in. Okay, there I move, and as I told you, I'm gonna be moving my pikes along with my Spartan hoplites in the front. It would be best just leave cheap infantry in the front, but that's all I've got. So I'm gonna be getting my my pikemen right behind them. It's gonna take a little bit of time for me to engage, because I still got some ammunition left, so I'm still shooting. My opponent over here, as you can see, has 2 thorax swordsmen, have demolished these Italian spearmen, and the Illyrian levies are actually still fighting quite effectively. And I think, yeah, he's bringing his slingers over here in order to start shooting the thorax swordsmen. As you can see, I'm performing more like a crescent over here, and there he goes. I wanted that to happen. I wanted my opponent to attack me first. I do the mistake of going into hoplite wall. I think it's unnecessary in this kind of situation, so I just leave various gaps in each position. My pikemen are starting to advance. I just give them single click order in order not to lift their goddamn pikes and just mess things up. And let's go over up to see more clearly. Yeah, I get these guys over here, which are the heroes of Sparta. I know they're fighting swords and actually thorax swordsmen, which are quite decent, but my heroes of Sparta, they will just not take any of it. They will just demolish these guys quite effectively. Let me see their stats. I think they get amazing stats. Heroes of Sparta, yeah, 48 and 29 melee and weapon damage. That's no joke at all, and the melee defense is off the charts. So I'm pretty much trying to engage all of his front lines, all of his infantry units, even on the flanks, because I want my cavalry free. I'm not gonna be engaging just yet. Here I do the mistake to getting my Spartan hoplites into a really kind of messy situation, but I'm gonna soon move these guys, yeah, in order to counter that. These guys will have to just take the hit over here. I charged with my cavalry into these stereo spears, because I didn't see that they were actually into square formation, which was a huge mistake, because they were able to fend off my cavalry attacks quite easily over there. My ally is still fighting the good fight, but I think he's gonna soon fall back into a higher ground in order to mess with the pikemen. And remember, this is how the Romans actually defeated the Greek phalanx in one of their battles. Like this, they just kept pulling backwards, and the pikemen were just not able to keep up with the rough terrain. Obviously his elephants are being kept in the back. That's how you want to use your elephants. Never send them in first like stupid Hannibal did to Scipio. because it doesn't work. They will just shoot it to death. I don't know what Scipio, I don't know what Hannibal was thinking that day, sending the elephants first before the actual infantry engaged and the cavalry harassed the archers or the back line, the missile coverage and stuff like that. So I see an opening over here. I see his general fighting my general along with another hoplite unit, and this is where my cavalry is gonna come in, and I'm just gonna try to just bash on him. I know if I kill the general, everything is gonna become a lot easier, as you can see. Just my what's that? Royal Spartans were able to just massacre these royal peltas, even though with their sword infantry, and the cavalry coming in the back was no joke at all. So here my ally is gonna be trying to helping me out, although it's not a great choice to go after the spearman. He's gonna be trying it anyways. I should have told him, just wait a little bit, I can the enemy general is gonna be dead anytime soon, but I just forgot. I was in the heat of battle, so I wasn't able to just tell him to do so. As you can see though, I'm only leaving my citizen cav in the back because my skirmisher cav are just getting destroyed. I tried to help out my ally over here and just send these guys. They were actually wavering, so if they're gonna be sacrificed, let's just send them somewhere which can be of help. So over here, what's the enemy general's bodyguard? Silver sword swordsmen are fighting over here against some hoplites, Epirotan hoplites, and it's quite a mess here. Like pikemen looking, Seleucids pikemen looking the wrong way. Yeah, it's just a brainstorm over here. Anyway, so anything new? Nope, my skirmisher cav is somewhat still alive. Over here I pull back these Spartan hoplites because the fighting line was getting a little bit bizarre, and my pikemen are actually doing quite well over here. These hoplites are wavering, they're not mine, they're Macedonian. And what about here? Oh, the citizen cav, as soon as I killed the enemy general, I tried to help my ally. I saw that the pikemen were a massive problem here. Two pikemen stacked up on each other, so I sent the citizen cav, gathered charge, and as you can see, they're both wavering and going down. My general is fighting these royal peltas over here, and as you can see, look at that. They're just demolishing these guys, even though they're spear infantry, and the Spartan hoplites are just fighting like bosses, the standard Greek hoplites. Over here my citizen cav gets to demolish the pikemen, and I'm gonna just try to take them off. I see that if I try to go from there I'm gonna get stuck, so I just go and retreat within my allies' lines, but one unit is getting stuck in these pikemen, so the whole thing is just gonna stay here for a few minutes until I realize it. It would be okay, there it is. It would be best if I just get them back to just get another charge over here. As you can see, the Therios spears are already starting to crumble, have finally started to crumble over here. I don't know where I send my Spartan hoplites over there. And let's go see more closely all of the battles over here. So some, yeah, right, I was trying to run away from this pikeman, so he decided not to chase me and just come over here. And I saw that the Therios enemy spears were just crumbling, so I said, okay, now it's a really nice time for a sandwich, and I'm gonna soon send these guys in, just in a few seconds, I think. Over here, alright, I'm gonna turn the flags on because I can't see who the hell is who. This right flank is getting destroyed. The royal peltas over here, they can't do much. They're fighting a lot of hoplites. My pikemen have ended up in a really weird situation. Or did they get beat down? Okay, they got beat down. That's why, because these units were close to each other, was one next to each other, but they get beat down because they were fighting thorax pikemen over here. But they did quite well. Like they get the spears. Their sarissas are quite the same range, so they were able to fight them off quite decently instead of the hoplites. But the hoplites can do well against pikes as well, as long as it's not like sealed pikemen or something overpowered like that. Standard pikemen are quite easy to fight them off. You're gonna have great losses, unnecessary losses, but at least you can fight them off. Over here I'm trying to help my ally, so I'm pushing my line more and more towards the Seleucid opponent of mine, and as you can see, it's not going well for them, for him as well. Like I'm demolishing my enemy on all fronts, and my ally is doing pretty much the same. He hasn't even moved his elephants yet. Is he gonna move them now? I think he's gonna do it right about now. So I send in some more hoplites in order to pin the enemy. I see that he's fighting with his back facing the wrong side, so I send the heroes of Sparta actually to fight the Hellenic Royal Guard over here. My Macedonian opponent is starting to crumble because I got him pinned down every place available, and so on about my opponent's, my ally's opponent over here. I'm helping him out as well with cavalry and sats. So I think that's gonna be it. Like, the elephants were quite unlucky, they didn't even manage to get the job done. Just get inside and have some fun. So let's see over here. Let's see my ally and me. So I lost, I deployed almost the same men, and look at that, we actually played quite effectively, both of us. We had the same exact losses, even though we won, because if we lost both we probably would have lost the same, but losing the same men in when winning is actually quite nice. I actually lost less. I did better with more men actually. Anyway, so the Royal Spartan General Bodyguard were just all of these guilds are what's the name? Damn it, Royal Peltas. So these guys, and look at their health, like they demolished everything. Citizen Cav 74 kill, 46, 40, 158 for Gorgos, 100, 100, and 130 and 115, just killing and demolishing all the enemy missile line and the cavalry, of course. The Yellow Archers did quite decently. I would prefer for them to do better, but it's fine. The heroes of Sparta were in the flanks, so they didn't participate into the fight early on. As you can see, this guy didn't even fight at all. I think he was the guy on my left flank, and he was fighting Thorax Swordsman, so he was quite able to handle that, or even not. I think I got them into a situation that they didn't get many kills. This guy was on the right flank, that's why he got beaten up a little bit, but he also got some great kills as a trade-off. Or did I have them both on the left flank? I think I had them both on the left flank. I can't remember where. Sorry for that. The pikemen, 167 kills, quite decently. This guy was fighting also pikemen, that's why he got that beaten up. And also some Royal Peltas, which were shooting at him all the time with the leftover ammunition. The Spartan Hoplites did quite excellent all across the board, and pretty much that's how it went for my ally. Although look at the infantry fight, I think except these mercenary Samnite warriors, I really excelled into the infantry fight. I think I excelled into pretty much everything, like even in missiles, even the cavalry. I think I got more kills overall combined. The elephants just 10 kills. Yeah, I think I did quite well. And for my enemies over here, well, not so great. The missiles of Macedon did quite decent, this guy in particular. The Royal Peltas didn't do that well. The pikemen over here just got demolished. The Therio Spears were actually one of the few that got to fight off. And how about the Seleucids, the Seleucid guy? Thorax Swordsman, quite decent, I would say, not that great. The archers got demolished. Never bring archers into a slingers game. And the Therio Spears, damn it, the Therio Spears are actually killing it, probably due to their javelins, and the pikemen did quite decently. So that's how it went, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this battle. It was played to the letter. Cavalry advantage, win it. Missile advantage, win it. Wait, wear the enemy out, kill the enemy general if you can, and then just start going full offensive. And yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'm gonna be seeing you next time. Bye bye.